What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video I want to do something very, very different, very fun for the Harry Potter open world RPG. So I get questions, every day. Every day people comment saying, anything new on this game. There hasn't been, to my knowledge, anything new, but I wanted to do something really fun. I wanted to talk about 5 things that I really want to be in this game. So this isn't really a rank, but in general, these are 5 of the biggest things that I can think of that I want in this Harry Potter game. I've never done this before for Harry Potter. I actually did this for the Batman game back way in August. I kind of want to go back to that for Batman, maybe even do it for Rocksteady, and I like to do this for a lot of different games as well. So really quick, before I jump in, want to promote that Discord server. We have an entire category talking about Harry Potter. I know a lot of you guys have already joined. It's really awesome to see you guys there. If you guys have not yet checked it out, the link for it will be in the description below. All right, 5 things. Now, this isn't everything, and I definitely want to hear what you guys think in the comments below, so that, because a lot of times you guys think of things that I never would have thought of. You think of way better ideas than I do, but number one thing is multiplayer. This is tough because you got to do it right, and I don't want this to dominate the game, right? I've talked about that in past videos. Have multiplayer if it makes sense. If it's going to take away from the story, from the single player, don't have it. That's pretty much where I stand with any game that's got multiplayer. Even a game like Uncharted, even like these Sony exclusive games, right, that they throw in multiplayer, which you could see as maybe a throw-in thing, but it's not. Obviously, it's very deep. There's a lot of stuff there, but it does not take away from the base game. So for multiplayer, I want Quidditch. Quidditch is the number one thing. The reason I say multiplayer, kind of as the bubble word, is because it really could apply to anything. If they want to do again like chess, like the wizarding chess, they could do something like that. I know we've talked about a couple different multiplayer ideas in the past. Quidditch is absolutely number one. We talked about dueling, like is something like that possible? There's definitely a lot of multiplayer things they could do in this game, but Quidditch is my number one. But again, if you can't do it, out of all of these, this would be the thing that I'm most okay with. But in the back of my head, it's absolutely something I do want included in this game. Would I be disappointed if there's no multiplayer? Yeah, I would. Actually, I wouldn't hold it against them. I wouldn't say, oh man, suddenly I'm not going to get this game, or I'm going to hold it at a lower bar. But I would be disappointed in it because it is definitely something I would want to see. The second thing is where the story ends. So let me. This actually is a story. Me explaining this. So rumors over the past couple of weeks, and we've reported on some of these rumors, including that one really big Harry Potter rumor, which remember we said I really don't think is true. Remember that one said you grow up and you work in the Ministry of Magic, right? You literally leave Hogwarts. I see how that could be cool, and I like the possibility of you to be older and you to just be more powerful to set up maybe a second game, stuff like that. But when I really okay, if that happens, would I be completely distraught? Not necessarily, but again, it's not what I want. I would prefer, we're a 5th year Hogwarts student, we know that, right? I would prefer we finish this game still in Hogwarts, where maybe we can still be in it for the next game. Maybe not the entire thing. Maybe the next game we're in year 7, so they skip a year for some reason, right? It goes year 5, then year 7. We're in the last year, and then maybe we grow up and we can take a job somewhere, and we can do all this different stuff. Maybe that's where that one could go. You know what I mean? I really just think that this game is going to be built to make a trilogy. I don't think you're going to make a game like this Harry Potter RPG to just stop. And now again, the sale of Warner Bros., if that happens or what happens because of it, that could definitely change things up. But again, they've already been working on this game for years, so I'm sure they do have an end goal, and I'm sure they thought of that ending for this game long before this rumor of the sale was going on, right? So I think they've definitely put time into it. We'll have to see what they end up doing, but I would prefer stay in Hogwarts, maybe grow up a little. Maybe we can do years 5 and 6 in this game, and then again, the next game we can do 7, and then you grow up. Again, I understand how you could work it to make it work out to grow up and leave Hogwarts and take a job and do all that stuff. I get that, and in fact, again, I would want that in future games, but I think just the potential of what you can do in Hogwarts as you're growing up as a student, I think it is so big, and I don't really think they're going to be able to do everything we want in this game, and so maybe they could in the second game, you know what I mean? But if you're not even in Hogwarts, then they lose that possibility altogether, so that's something that I want as well. The third thing is to actually be bad. So we've talked about this. In fact, I actually made a video of how bad, this was one of the first Harry Potter videos I ever made. I said how bad can we actually be? Now again, those rumors that may or may not be real, they say that you cannot do forbidden spells, which means you cannot do Avada Kedavra, which means how evil. And then people did agree with me in that video where it's like, okay, well, if you can't do forbidden spells, if you can't eliminate people, let's say, how evil are you, like stunning people, like when you don't like if they're mean to you and you say like like weird things like that, like I guess that's funny, right? But at the same time, like stupefy, you're gonna say that to people, just go around and just say it to people and just freeze them? I don't know, or like knock them back. I don't know if that's going to be the extent of it, but no, I mean, in all reality, okay, whether or not this game is a T for teen game or an M for mature, no matter what the rating is, you should be able to push how bad you are. Now, again, you're in your 5th year, which means what? You're somewhere in like the 16 year, like you're 16 years old, somewhere in that range. You're not the oldest person in the world, so I don't expect you to be going around saying Avada Kedavra through the halls of Hogwarts. Okay, I don't want that. I think that would be kind of scary. I think that'd be weird. I don't want that, but I do want to be able to flirt with the idea of being bad, like actually bad, or put you on the path to be bad later. Now, again, does that influence where you can go in the future, where maybe if the game does do where you do get older? But see, it would have to have parts where you are older in it too, right? Because then you'd have to show me that I am powerful and that I am able to do bad things. And if you can't do it when you're young and you can only do it when you're old, well, then you have to show that. You know what I mean? So, it will be interesting to see what you can do. From the original set of leaks with this game, it said you could be good, you could be bad, right? You can do bad things. So we'll have to see what those bad things are. Can we join Death Eaters? Can we participate in some weird activities like in the Forbidden Forest? I mean, we'll have to see. We'll really have to see. I mean, there's a lot of possibilities there in terms of like breaking rules, stuff like that. But I'll be interested to see how far they push being bad. Because again, is it being bad saying stupefy to everybody? Is it being bad to skip a class? Is it being bad to say Avada Kedavra? You know what I mean? What is that level? That'll be interesting to see. But I do want to be bad. I want to have that opportunity in the game. The 4th thing is dynamic characters. So this is really a problem, or not necessarily a problem, but this is something you can talk about in any open world game. And I think games have done it really, really well. So it's not like it's never been done before. Basically, all this one is I want characters to feel alive. I want them to feel like they're growing with me. I want the relationships to change with me. Again, it's been done. I mean, it's been done in Witcher. It's been done in Dragon Age. It's been done in Mass Effect. It's been done very, very well in a lot. And those are just some games. I mean, JRPG games do it very, very good as well, right? A lot of those, like a Persona kind of game, right? They do it very, very well. So it's not like this can't be done. It's not like this is the first of its kind. Something like this has happened. No, this is something that should be in this game. It's just that there are other games, if maybe it's the first time, which would be on actually for the studio making a game like this. This would be this studio that's making it. It's a pretty big undertaking for it, right? So if they've never done something like this before, if they're not able to do it, or they're not used to it, they can mess up. And so, not having that guarantee is something that exists here. You know what I mean? I don't think we can go into this game expecting that everything is just going to be so perfect. I mean, even like you look at a game like Horizon Zero Dawn, it wasn't really that kind of game where characters kind of progress with you and grow, but it was the first time they ever did open world games. But they brought in writers that have done, like Fallout New Vegas writers, they brought in them. They brought in people that have worked on open world games. So they really made their team a team that can handle a game like that. So it'll be interesting to see, like these guys, I don't know the intricacies of their studio. Did they bring in people that have worked on games like this before? I feel like they kind of would have had to. You know what I mean? Otherwise, there's no way this game could exist. But we'll have to see, again, how dynamic these characters can be. Again, I'm not asking for that much. I just want characters, again, because are there going to be like branching dialogue paths that we're going to be able to do? I think there will be, right? In fact, I think that could even have been a rumor for it. So I want that. I want these characters to grow throughout the year. I want to be able to develop relationships. There's nothing wrong with doing that. I think that's something that could be very, very cool. Again, you keep it T for teen or whatever you want to do, but you can develop relationships, where these characters grow. Are they going to grow with you in terms of power? Are they going to learn to like you? Are they going to learn to fear you? Remember, it's Hogwarts. There's different houses too, so maybe if you're a Gryffindor and like the Slytherin people may not be nice to you, stuff like that. Maybe if you're a Gryffindor but you start to act bad, maybe Slytherin will like you more. You know what I mean? I mean, there's a lot of different possibilities and ideas they could throw into it. what'll be interesting to see is, again, just like basically all of these, how far can they go with what I'm pitching? And I think they can go pretty darn far for something like this. And then the final thing is a fully explorable Hogwarts. Now, again, I think I do want more than just Hogwarts. Again, the rumor, one of the good sounding things of the rumor was like Ministry of Magic, Hogsmeade, stuff like that. Like, can we go to other areas? I think there's room to go to other areas, but I mean, there's no doubt about it. Hogwarts is going to be the central hub. Okay, I mean, that's going to be where, I mean, who knows where. So say like when you start up the game or when you like load a save, is it going to like start you in your room, like in your house's room? Maybe, but I mean, Hogwarts is going to be the main area. I would assume you're going to spend the majority of the time, not all of it, but the majority of the time in Hogwarts. So again, going to classes, developing relationships, talking to people, experiencing the story. How much of Hogwarts are we going to be able to see? If Hogwarts is that main area, and again, especially if the game ends where we're not in Hogwarts anymore, we grew up, we graduated, we're now adults, all that kind of stuff, this would be the one and only time we're in Hogwarts in this kind of game. Think about that. I actually don't like thinking about that because that kind of makes me sad because, again, all the possibilities you could do in this game. Can we find like the Room of Requirement? Can we go to all of these different places in Hogwarts? Can we talk to ghosts? Can we do, you know what I mean? There's so many different things they could do in Hogwarts. Can we go into like dungeons? Can we go, I don't know. I mean, I'm literally just spitballing ideas, but all of these things, what can we do? You know, how much of Hogwarts is going to be, you know, explored? Are we going to be able to explore areas that maybe we don't even know about from the movies or from the books, or maybe it was mentioned in the book but never shown in the movie? You know what I mean? Like, what? Like, can we actually do that? And again, if this is the one and only time we're in Hogwarts, it's going to be interesting because they have to put as much as humanly possible into this game. And I really do. I really want to explore Hogwarts as much as humanly possible. I think a lot of people, with that as your backdrop, I mean, again, the world of like The Witcher, the world of, I mean, just name an open world game. Okay, name any open world game. You could pitch like how amazing that world is and all the different places you can go. I mean, Hogwarts is already established. We already know a lot of what Hogwarts looks like, how it feels, the people that are there. Again, how like the structure of how it's made up with the houses and all that stuff. I mean, we know a lot of it. It's already an established property, let's call it. Literally, the environment, where we're playing, the setting of this game is already an established place through multiple mediums. So that gives it, I think, a leg up on a lot of other places that we've been in a lot of other games. You know what I mean? So again, how far will we be able to go is going to be very, very important. I want to explore all of Hogwarts, or at least as much as humanly possible, right? So guys, those are my 5 things. I'm sure I could think of more given more time. Maybe if you guys really like this video, I can talk about another 5 things. With the Batman one, I made 5 things I don't want in the game. I can maybe do that as well for this game. So let me know if that's something you want to see. Let me know, again, as well. Give me some of your ideas. What are some things you want to see in this game? Maybe I can even take some of your things and make a video of like 5, you know, fan suggested things, or like the community suggested things for this game. Would really like to experiment with these kind of videos. So again, thank you guys for watching. Make sure as always you're subscribed, have that bell icon turned on, and as always, I really, really love making these Harry Potter videos. I'll absolutely be making more as time goes on. I want to make more fun experimental videos, and those will continue as we get closer to the game as well. I'm sure we'll be able to think of some really fun ideas there as well. So again, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all on the next video.